What's popping, y'all? And just like that, she's back again. And that is Brittany Renner, who just pops out, falls back, and pops back again. But this time, it's worse than she's ever been before. And now she's even taking aim at people that used to be cool with her, like academics. So this all started with her taking shots at Myron.
Did you guys see that video that...
He got his salt.
Did you guys see that video that Myron made? Or did anybody in here listen to anything that Myron said when he was ranting for 4 minutes? Yes or no? Myron Games, you get no. Oh. Your YouTube is not monetized, so you're literally yelling at the screen for nothing. And you're just mad. You want this, you don't know how to ask for it, babe. Okay? Nobody in here watched your. I'm not watching that. I'm only going back and forth with men I'm fornicating with. You sit here yapping for 4 minutes. I'm not, put that on mute. I guess another one of my toxic traits is I don't know, I like all that silly
faces in it.
You yelling and all that see? I mean, I'm trying to kiss and make up and you yapping. You're talking too much. And that's your motherfucking problem. That's probably why you're left you. My thing is how you giving advice?
No, I'm telling you.
And you're single too. And did I say that you say too much?
Of course not, queen.
Oh, okay. I heard is what I said.
Ninja.
Someone said he's gay anyway. So
No.
honestly, no.
Okay.
You're not monetized.
You guys.
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up talking to me.
You guys.
He needs therapy. You're mad at your mother. Your dad didn't raise you right. And you sitting up here worried about me and what I'm doing. Again, you want this, you don't know how to ask for it. And you were really sweet when I met you in person, so let's not do that. It's giving not the same in real life. I hate that for you.
So what she's referencing here is a podcast episode that they did years ago on academics off the record, where they just approached her. This was maybe 4, 5, maybe even 6 years ago. It was a long time ago. And this was when they were first blowing up with the podcast. It was going viral and all of that. And of course, she's saying, oh, you were polite. This is the irony of what she's saying. She's saying you were very polite in person. So he was polite, and you could see like he didn't agree with her in person, but he was for sure polite. And then she says it's not the same energy. So if he came with the energy of aggressiveness, she would say, oh, you're arguing and you're being aggressive towards a woman. So he can't be polite. And this goes for anybody, not just Myron in this case, who has, the guy's quite brutal online. So you can't win there. But then she goes on to talk about how he's not monetized and he's just yelling at it for no reason, which he is demonetized on YouTube, but I'm pretty sure the guy streams to kick. I don't even think the guy would bot, and he gets good viewers there. So the guy's eating. He's not just doing this for free. He's making a He's probably making, well, just if you count up subs that he's got on each platform, like paid subscribers, he's making at least $100,000 a month just off of like his own live streams without any of the fresh and fit stuff. So she didn't even look into it that far. So that doesn't really age too well. And she's just throwing away all of the like, oh, why did your girl? Now that is one thing that she could say, which is like, okay, you don't got a chick. But when she's saying, oh, you want to like get with me, that's like, I don't know what that has to do with anything, which I don't think it's the case, but he's consistently talked about her. Like that's his material. His material is to talk about her and really anybody else involved in like relationships as well as the other topics he touches on. That's not her role. Her role is, well, I don't really know. And why is she on Kick? And she can't be getting paid that much either. But she would go in on him again. Like you could say, okay, she was just replying one time. That's understandable. But she would reply again, addressing her singleness.
Every time. I left every time. I don't waste time. I don't care how public, like even the last guy I was with, I don't care how public we are. I don't care what we talked about, what we did. If you met my son, bye. Yeah. Let your mother love you. Whether they're closeted, whether they hate their life, whether they're insecure, they can't really handle being with you, whatever their funky excuses for being lousy, it's just like, I don't gotta take that. And I actually saw something that guy from Fresh and Fit, Myron. First of all, Myron, okay. I saw he had a quote retweeted, something was like, I told her this years ago. She's gonna be in her 30s, single, nobody takes her seriously. Baby, it's not that nobody takes me seriously. I don't take these men seriously. What is it like? What is there for me to do? And I feel like, to Myron, There's a broader conversation to have than like weaponizing singleness. Huh? Aren't you single? What happened to you and your... So it's like, I feel like we're missing the plot and the point when we try to make it personal and like shame people as to like, why don't you have somebody? Because a lot of these people in relationships are faking they're faking the funk. So it's like, I really feel like I saw this post where it was like, men want women that don't exist anymore. Women want men that don't exist yet. So I feel like that's where a lot of people's frustration is. And
so here you have Brittany Renner talking about, oh, I left every time. I'm not wasting time. Yet we saw her, and she's calling these guys broke bums too. I remember she was saying that this guy that she left Kevin Gates for, she said he's a bum. Keep in mind, she was back in Mississippi now. Yes, that is correct. So she started off in Mississippi. I think she kind of blew up when she was at Mississippi State, or was it Ole Miss? I don't know. One of those two. Shout out to y'all at Ole Miss. Well, she blew up then on IG, all of that other stuff. And then now she's back where she started. I think she's maybe living with her mother at like, I think that's even crazier too. It's not the fact that your relationships didn't work out, right? Which is like, it's all fine and good, sure. Even though she's the one that's saying that she left every single time and it's all their fault. And she never said like, yeah, you know, maybe I did something wrong and I'm learning. No, none of that. Absolutely none of that. It's all their fault. Every single type of guy. She was with an NBA player. She was with a rapper. She was with the regular guy. She was with a guy that was just like some director guy that wasn't interested in the internet stuff, even after she had a kid. So all of these guys, all of these different types of guys as well, they're all the problem and nothing was wrong with Brittany Renner, as we can clearly see here. And with how she just does not have a sunny disposition. I will say that. She's not a happy person. I feel like Brittany Renner would be great as a friend, but clearly, who has ever been in a relationship with her, they live to tell the tale. And we already saw the case with PJ Washington when she was trying to record him because the baby was crying when he was picking him up. Just really, really devious type of activity. But it's funny when she talks about Myron, she's like, oh, well, I don't even think she said he was like wrong about anything, which all he said was that she was going to be single and that she should have stayed with PJ Washington because she had a kid with. It's one of the most tame things that he's ever said online, or albeit now he's really, really ramming into her brutally. No innuendo intended there. But academics would react to this whole situation and she would go off on academics of all people for some reason who has only been friendly with her.
I'm here to tell you guys, all of these men with mics, none of them are happy, truly. None of them are in successful relationships, but yet they got all the answers in none of them. And sit around with mics that look like close to their mouths and just run their mouth about certain people. Academics, you're the same that was literally writing Daphne Joy, who would not even let you smell her fart air if you paid her. But you want to comment on you're a broken girl that's just searching for love? Huh? What the f*** are you? That's what we really need to get into. Who the f*** are you? Okay? My thing is like, it's a cycle. It's rinse, wash, repeat every single time. You're looking for love. All these cheat. You should have stayed with your baby daddy. Babe, you couldn't pay me $90 million to be with that today. Okay? And to address academics, you saying that I fell off. The irony of you saying that I fell off, but yet you did a 15-minute segment talking about me. And let's be really clear. This is a pattern that you do. You're so quick to talk about my relationship with Kevin. That said, the reason you do all these segments about me is because you're secretly in love with me. Are you going to address him? Or you just address women? You don't address these for real because they're going to do you something. Okay? So you don't know these. You do not know what they think about you. Okay? You literally, the thing about it, academics, is that we were supposed to do business together at one point in time. I had recently hit you about me and Selena maybe doing a pod or doing something together. So it's like you did not give me the common courtesy of calling me. You were not curious. You just went on a rant. Like you were so angry. Like you gave this clout. You did this. This guy you all kinds of ways because you want to me. You love me, academics, and you've been in love with me for a long time. That nigga was not lying when he said that. Like, what are we talking about? Let me tell you something. I'm outside of a gym right now, which is where you should be, because that Ozempic is not a long-term solution. Okay, I know. Hey, just letting you know. So yes, my journey is going to be different because I'm not willing to sell my pussy and I don't want to make it OnlyFans. And I'm gonna tell you right now, academics, I could fuck 100, 1,000 on this stream right now, and I'm still get married before you. What are we saying? Like, huh?
That's insane. She took it as pity, which it probably was a little bit pity, but it wasn't disrespect. Like, he's always had good dealings with her. I remember when they did that podcast, he was considering signing her to some sort of a podcast deal because he had a podcast with Selena Powell that he was trying to get off the ground. And her friend, the I don't know if she was Greek, the Greek friend, the one that like got ran through by the entire NBA team. I think it was the Phoenix Suns. He tried to do that. It didn't really pan out. I just maybe think it wasn't the right time for it. It was just a lot of liability. So he got rid of that, and he was considering getting Brittany Renner on there. Keep in mind, he had also signed the guy that was arrested, Troy Ave. He had signed him to a podcast deal. So it would have made sense, and it would have been a good opportunity for Brittany Renner at that point in time. Podcast meta let's just say it's patched. It's not what it once was, even though you still see a bunch of them. It's not the opportunity it once was. And that's why she's now moving on to kick streaming. And that's the problem with Brittany Renner too, is Academics was just trying to be cool with her. He's grilled a lot of other girls that have been single. And when she talks about like, oh yeah, he doesn't come at dudes. This guy's in an active beef with Lil Baby. That's what I don't get. This guy gets in active beefs, gets disrespectful. Was talking about, he was celebrating Rory having a seizure and falling on the ground and saying that he shouldn't have gotten up. I don't think he said that, but if you said that he said that, I don't think he'd disagree. Be like, man, I mean, he didn't get up. You might as well just dig a hole for him right there and just roll him into the ditch. That's how much he hates the guy. So his beefs with guys are really, really aggressive. And when it comes to Daphne Joy, that is a very mutually beneficial thing. It's adjacent to hip hop, right? You got 50 Cent involved, even though he doesn't want to get in beef with 50 Cent, but you've got Diddy, right? So what does it look like that Academics, who's had beef before with Diddy? So if you guys don't recall a little bit of history, Academics had a live show in London. I think that was the first live show that he ever did. But when he was doing this live show, this was a couple of years back. I don't know if this was 2023. It might have been 2023. He does his live show and a couple of people pull up. One of them being the guy that was on More Life with Drake that everybody clowned. And Gigs. Yeah, Gigs people pulled up. And, they just had a political talk. They made sure to iron things out. And he also got invited to a party by Diddy because Diddy was hosting some sort of event club and he invited Academics and said he wanted to meet him there. This is before the video came out with Cassie, anything like that. And Academics had been saying things like, yo, he hears rumors about Diddy. There's some crazy rumors about Diddy, suspicious things about Diddy. So he didn't show up. So there is some static between Diddy and Academics. So him kicking it with Daphne Joy, doing all that content with her, not only does it go viral and put Academics in a different light in front of a lot of the female audience that knows about Daphne Joy. Now he's being covered by all of these pages, a lot more female attention because all the males know Academics or watch him. He's trying to tap into more of a female audience. It's like when Drewski was dating Ruby Rose. That really skyrocketed him to the female audience. He knows what he's doing. So this is actually beneficial for him and it's beneficial for Daphne Joy and it takes shots at Diddy. And it's hip hop lore. It's hip hop adjacent. So she doesn't get that side of it. And here she is on Kick streaming. And this is the problem with Brittany Renner is simply she's not a hard worker. She's had different opportunities to make money on her own consistently, and she throws it by the wayside to, I don't know, like chase a relationship and be taken care of. Like she doesn't want to work. It's clear. Like she cannot hack it as a live streamer. Like she won't do the OF, which you could say, do you respect her not doing the OF? Or is it a respectable thing? Or is she just too hard-headed because she knows everybody would clown her and that's her being on her last leg? Because I don't think she's entertaining on her own. She's not. When she does stuff like this, it'll go viral in clips. And that's why she says, oh, if I'm not relevant, why are you guys talking about me? Well, you were relevant and people want to keep in contact with what's happening in your life, but they don't want to watch you. And those are two very, very different things. Like, for example, a rapper that fell off who, let's say Smoke Perp, right? Like there was a lot of attention surrounding Smoke Perp falling off for many, many years after people just stopped listening to his music and you would have nobody at his shows. But were people paying attention to Smoke Perp himself and listening to what he had to say or listening to new music by him? Not really. So those are two different things that exist on the internet. It's like famous people, right? Like people that haven't been famous for a long time. If you get an update on them, you're going to pay attention to it because you remember them in your head. It's like Fousey, right? Like we all know what's going on with Fousey, but Fousey's actual positive content, unfortunately and sadly, does not get the same level of attention, or it gets a fraction of the attention that him being live and crashing out as the greatest streamer, 100% the greatest IRL streamer of all time, bar none. Nobody even comes close, which is unfortunate, but that's the case with the Brittany Renner. And I think she's going to quit streaming too. It's too hard. She cannot sustain a viewership for a long period of time. She would be best off in combative environments. And that's why I quote tweeted this and said the following: who would have thought the hardcore corn star would be off the internet in a loving relationship, and Brittany Renner would be the bitter single mother raging online in Mississippi? Keep in mind, she went from living in LA and then she moved to Atlanta because Kevin Gates is in LA. She moved to Atlanta with the new guy, and then that didn't work out. And then she moved to Mississippi, back to where she started, where this all started. And I wouldn't say it's sad to see. And you could see her here because Tiana Trump, and this is the opposite. So they weren't complete opposites because, of course, Brittany Renner was getting by on her body and that's like her brand. But Tiana Trump, they're saying that she's not in a relationship anymore. Listen, it doesn't matter because she got in a relationship. She got out of the relationship. She's not online tearing the guy apart. She's not yelling at anybody. She's not arguing with anybody. She's really just chilling, minding her own business. And that's what I meant. And the point that I'm going to wrap back to, which I haven't forgotten, is the sunny disposition. Like a Tiana Trump, despite whatever past she has a sunny disposition about her. Whereas you have Brittany Renner, even if she's, I don't know, like the purest saint ever and been untouched and just, I don't know, amazing, her demeanor is just so grating. You're exhausted having to deal with her. Just from the clips, you see her virtually and you're like, whoa, man, I'm getting a headache. Imagine having to deal with this on a daily basis. And I think that's what happens to a lot of people. And I think that's what happened to Kevin Gates, because Kevin Gates, we know that guy doesn't tolerate anything. So I think the moment that Brittany Renner started acting up or giving Kevin Gates attitude, he was like, yeah, the door's right there. Because Kevin Gates, we know Kevin Gates the way that guy moves. And then she's saying like, oh yeah, you're in love. And this is another thing, the self-obsession that's still there. She's just saying like, oh no, they all really want me. So Myron really wants her, and Academics really wants her, and all of these people, they just want her. And the ego is just through the roof. Will she ever get humbled? I don't think so. And I don't think it serves her to get humbled. She is the villain. She has to play the villain, but she has to do it in a way that is going to make her an income. And she could make an income. It's just, she's going to need to be a side character. So for example, like if I were to take Brittany Renner, I would put her in AB and Dean streams, and she would just be the annoying person. Like think of like a Skylar from Breaking Bad. Like she's got to play that role, and that role is great. It generates a lot of views, a lot of attention, a lot of money. But her solo, nobody's watching that. The hell, nobody cares about that. But let me know what y'all think about this in the comments. Back to Mississippi. Damn. Like and subscribe and hit the notification bell if you enjoyed, and I'm gonna see y'all in the next one.